I'm not a lawyer, but this is part 3 of Karen Read. And I'm jumping right back in. Now, let me remind you that Trooper Michael Proctor is the lead investigator on this case. He's the one that took the interview of Jennifer McCabe and of Kerry Roberts. He's also the one who filed the arrest warrant for Karen Read for this crime. But Trooper Proctor is also, allegedly, close friends with the McCabe and Albert family. And there are Facebook photos to prove it. And you guessed it, none of this was disclosed to anyone.
And I question, how on earth can anyone trust Michael Proctor? The more appropriate word to describe him is corrupt. Only a corrupt state trooper would agree to investigate a murder case in which a body was found in the yard of a family friend. Only a corrupt state trooper would keep his ties to that family friend hidden. Only a corrupt state trooper would refuse to go inside the home, which featured the body of a dead police officer on its lawn. Only a corrupt state trooper would write in his report that a street had not been plowed when it had. It was the corrupt Michael Proctor who took custody of John O'Keefe's clothing, and that clothing was not submitted to the lab until several weeks after Michael Proctor seized it.
All right, now let's talk about that tail light. The first police report that was filed, according to Karen's attorneys, contained a single photograph that was taken the morning of January 29th, and there was no evidence of the red taillight. But then there's reportedly an altered police report that was given to Karen's team in October of 2022. And in that report, it replaced the initial photo with one that was taken on February 3rd, 2022, after the chief of police driven by the Alberts home. And as he was driving, he sees pieces of the red taillight. He pulls over to retrieve the pieces, and then he calls the state police out to the scene. But the video that I showed you at the beginning of part 1 is from Karen's Ring doorbell camera, and it's from when Karen was heading to Jennifer McCabe's house so that they could go searching for John after he didn't come home. Karen was frantic and rushing, and in doing so, according to her attorneys, as she's pulling out of her driveway, she accidentally hits John's parked car. So they say that is where the broken taillight came from, not from hitting John. And according to them, there's some time unaccounted for when Michael Proctor was alone with Karen's car, and that's how he got those red taillight pieces. There's also some health data from John's phone records, and it shows him climbing the equivalent of 3 floors between the time of 12:21 a.m. and 12:24 a.m. Now's probably a good time to tell you that the Albert home had 3 floors. And then taking 36 steps between 12:31 a.m. and 12:32 a.m. Child, there is more evidence out there on this case, but I think y'all get the point. The trial hasn't even started yet. It's scheduled to begin on March 12th, but Karen's attorneys filed a motion to remove the DA's office from this case, and they've also filed a motion to have the entire case dismissed. So y'all tell me, have you heard about this case, and what do you think about it? Oh wait, come back for part 4. I gotta tell you one more piece of this story.